Hi, this is Zulfiqar and you're watching Social Sciences. Today we're going to discuss about religion, which is one of the most important social institutions of any society. From the Latin word religio, which means respect for what is sacred, and the other word religare, which means to bind in the sense of an obligation. The term religion describes various systems of beliefs and practices concerning what people determine to be sacred or spiritual. Religion helps individuals to give more meaning to life and understand the universe through religious narratives, symbols, and practices. Religion is considered as an essential part of culture throughout the world. Every culture has some kind of religion and it is usually practiced in a public way by a group. The practice of religion can include feasts and festivals, god or gods, marriage and funeral services, music, art, meditation or initiation or sacrifice or services, and other aspects of culture. So we can say that religion is one of the most integral part of any culture throughout the world. On the other hand, some people also think religion as something very individual because religious beliefs can be highly personal. Religion is also social institution, so we can say that social scientists recognize that religion exists as an organized and integrated set of beliefs, behaviors, and norms centered on basic social needs and values. Religion is considered as a cultural universal found in all social groups. For instance, in every culture, funeral rites are practiced in some way, although these customs vary between cultures and within religious affiliations. Despite differences, there are common elements in a ceremony marking a person's death, such as announcement of the death, care of the deceased, disposition and ceremony or rituals. These universals and the differences in how societies and individuals experience religion provide rich material for sociological study. And if we talk about history of religion as a sociological concept, we can say that in the wake of 19th century European industrialization and secularization, three social theorists attempt to explain the relationship between religion and society, which are Emil Durkheim, Max Weber, and Karl Marx. They are also among the founding thinkers of modern sociology. A French sociologist Emil Durkheim defined religion as a unified system of beliefs and practices revolving around sacred things. To him, sacred meant extraordinary, something that inspired wonder and which seemed connected to the concept of the divine. Durkheim argued that religion happens in society when there is separation between the profane, which means an ordinary life, and the sacred one. We can take the example of a rock. A rock isn't sacred or profane as it exists, but if someone makes it into a headstone or another person uses it for the landscaping, it takes on different meanings. One is the sacred one and the other one is profane. If you're talking about headstone, it is considered as sacred one, and if you're talking about a stone laying on the landscape, then you can call it as profane. Durkheim is generally considered the first sociologist who analyzed the religion in terms of its societal impact. Above all, Durkheim believed that religion is about community. It is the binding force. It binds people together. It formulates social cohesion and promotes behavior consistency, which means society can socially control its individuals. and offers strength of people during life's transition and tragedies. By applying the method of natural science to the study of society, he held that the source of religion and morality is the collective mindset of society, and that the cohesive bonds of social order results from common values in a society. He contended that these values need to be maintained to maintain social stability. But what would happen if religion were to decline? This question led Durkheim to the statement that religion is not just a social creation but something that represents the power of society. When people celebrate sacred things, they celebrate the power of their society. By this reasoning, even if traditional religion disappeared, society would not necessarily dissolve. Whereas Durkheim saw religion as a source of social stability, German sociologist and political economist Max Weber believed that it was a precipitator of social change. Max Weber conducted a large-scale study of religions around the globe. His principal interest was in large global religions with millions of believers. He conducted in-depth studies of ancient Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. In his book, In the Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, Weber examined the impact of Christianity on Western thinking and culture. The fundamental purpose of Weber's research was to discover religion's impact on social change. For example, he said that in Protestantism, especially the Protestant work ethic, Weber saw the root of capitalism. In the Eastern religions, Weber saw barriers to capitalism. For example, Hinduism stresses attaining higher level of spirituality by escaping from the toils of the mundane physical world. Such a perspective does not easily lend itself to making and spending money. To Weber, Christianity was a salvation religion that claims people can be saved when they convert to certain beliefs and moral codes. In Christianity, the idea of sin and its atonement by God's grace plays a fundamental role. Unlike the Eastern religions, which have passive approach, salvation religions like Christianity are active, demanding continuous struggles and against sin and negative aspect of the society. Karl Marx also studied the social impact of religion. He believed religion reflects the social stratification of society and that it maintains inequality and perpetuates the status quo. For him, religion was just an extension of the proletariats, which is the working class, and their economic suffering. He famously argued that religion is the opium of the people. It is something that is created by the upper class to control the proletariats. Modern day sociologists often apply one of the three major theoretical perspectives. These views offer different lenses through which to study and understand society. Functionalism, symbolic interactionism, and conflict theory are the major school of thoughts through which we are going to understand about the reality of the religion. Let's explore how scholars apply these paradigms under understanding religion. Functionalists contended that religion serves several functions in society. Religion, in effect, depends on society for its existence, value, and significance, and vice versa. From this perspective, religion serves several purposes, like providing answers to spiritual mysteries, offering emotional comfort, and creating a place for social interaction and social control. In providing answers, religion defines the spiritual world and the spiritual forces, including divine beings. For example, it helps answer questions like how was the world created? Why do we suffer? Is there a plan for our lives? And is there any kind of afterlife? As another function, religion provides emotional comfort in times of crisis. Religious rituals bring order comfort, and organization through shared familiar symbols and patterns of behavior. One of the most important functions of religion from a functionist perspective is the opportunities it creates for social interaction and formation of the groups. It provides social support and social networking, offering a place to meet others who hold similar values and a place to seek help in times of need. It provides social support and social networking, offering a place to meet others who hold similar values and a place to seek help in times of need. Moreover, it can foster group cohesion and integration. Because religion can be central to many people concept of themselves, sometimes there is an in-group versus out-group feeling towards the religions in our society or within a particular practice. On an extreme level, in an Inquisition, the Salem witch trials and anti-Semitism are also examples of this dynamic. Finally, religion promotes social control. It reinforces social norms such as appropriate style of dress, following the law, the regulation of sexual behavior. All these are part of certain functions that are performed by certain religions in particular societies. Now let's discuss about how conflict theorists view religion as an institution that helps maintain patterns of social inequality in any society. For example, the Vatican has a tremendous amount of wealth, while the average income of Catholic is very small. According to this perspective, religion has been used to support the divine right of oppressive monarchs and to justify unequal social structures. Like India's caste system, in Pakistan we also have certain caste systems. Conflict theorists are critical of the way many religions promote the idea that one should be satisfied with existing circumstances because they are divinely ordained. This power dynamic has been used by Christian institutions for centuries to keep poor people poor, teaching them that they shouldn't be concerned with what they lack because their true reward will come after death. In our society, we also observe this phenomena that many people live in poverty just because of the reason that they believe that someday they will get the reward, and majority of them didn't get the reward in their lives, so they believe that they are going to have this reward in afterlife. Conflict theorist points out that those in power in a religion are often able to dictate practices, rituals, and beliefs through their interpretation of religious texts, or why proclaim direct communication from the divine. The feminist perspective, under the umbrella of conflict theory, view that focuses specifically on gender inequality. In terms of religion, feminist theories assert that although women are typically the ones to socialize children into a religion, they have traditionally held very few positions of power within religions. A few religions and religious denominations are more gender equal, but male dominance remains the norms of the most religions and cultures of any society. And lastly, we're going to understand that how symbolic interactionists understand the very phenomena of religion. Rising from the concept that our world is socially constructed, symbolic interactionism studies the symbols and interactions of everyday life. To interactionists, beliefs and experiences are not sacred unless individuals in a society regard them as sacred, or they give them the position of profane. The Star of David in Judaism, the cross in Christianity, and the crescent star in Islam are examples of sacred symbols. Interactionists are interested in what these symbols communicate. Additionally, because interactionists study one-on-one everyday interactions between individuals, a scholar using this approach might ask questions focused on this dynamic. the interaction between religious leaders and practitioners, the role of religion in the banal components of everyday life, and the ways people express religious values in social interactions all might be the topic of study to an interactionist. And through the study of these symbols, interactionists try to understand the very phenomena of religion. So this is all about religion. In this particular video, we defined religion and we discuss about how different sociologists try to understand the concept of religion in their particular perspectives. So if you have any question regarding this topic, you can ask me in the comment section below. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.